What is up, y'all? Rich Homie Cal here, back again with another banger video. I want to appreciate all of y'all for watching. If y'all haven't already, make sure y'all smash the like button, hit the subscribe, comment down below, because we have a nice, highly anticipated video, and it is the AIRTAG versus the Carlock. So these two are pretty different devices. Within the car world, these two perform pretty similar functionalities in what we want to do. So I'm going to talk about the pros and cons and tell you what you should get between the two. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. So if y'all haven't watched the videos already, I made two separate videos on this. I made a video on the Carlock device on telling you what it is, how it works, and if y'all haven't watched that, make sure you click on the top right. But it's basically an advanced real-time car tracking, notification, and monitoring system. I can't say that quick. And then the AIRTAG, more of a lightweight device, is more just for tracking. I mean, that's about it. So I'm going to go through all the features, how to use both of them, and to see what suits you more. So let's go ahead and go outside and check these two out. All right, so I am in an undisclosed location right now. Nice, beautiful Pennsylvania with a nice view outside the garage. But since I'm here outside, I actually have these two devices in the car right now. So I'm going to tell you the pros and cons of each, and if you were to buy one, which would be a better buy if you can't buy both. Obviously, but I would say buying both is a great way to protect your car, having that double redundancy to help you protect and recover your car. But if you were to buy just one, what would it be? Stay tuned and we'll find out. So of course, the Carlock, AIRTAG, like I mentioned, these are two completely different devices. This is more for your actual tracking and alerting notification system versus this. This is more of a everyday use item. It doesn't have to be with your car. You can use this to recover lost keys, wallet, backpacks, or anything like that. But of course, us car enthusiasts, putting this in our cars is not a bad idea. Starting first with the Carlock, of course, it is just powered via the OBD2. So on these Dodge Chargers and Dodge Challengers, you can open a door here. The OBD2 port is located right here, and you guys go ahead and plug it in, and you can go ahead and start tracking your car as well as getting real-time alerts. The only con just for these vehicles is that the e-brake, we have an old school e-brake, this actually gets in the way. However, there is a extender cord, so basically a cord that you can, I'm just going to take this off. Basically a cord you can plug here. The cord, you can actually hide this device and it would look flush with the actual port itself. So for one, it won't get in the way of this, and for two, of course, for car thieves, they won't be able to see that device. Of course, if they see an OBD2 device sticking out there, they'll just unplug it and there you go. But at least with the extender cable, once you have this here, you can just hide this somewhere and they won't notice. And of course, unless if they look all the way under here, but I mean, first glance, they probably won't tell that a Carlock device is there, and you should be good. With just the AIRTAG, I just have the box here, but I have the actual AIRTAG device located somewhere in the whole vicinity of the car here. So I'm not going to show you where it is because there's a nice private spot. But as a hint, I had to remove some panels, so it'll be very hard for the car thieves to actually steal this car, right? But one pro about the AIRTAG is that it is very small. This is like the actual size of it here, and of course you can put this anywhere. Like one device, I mean, the car is only so big, right? So I mean, you have to be real creative with putting the device, but I mean, there's a lot of crevices that you can hide this, like in the interior and even the exterior. But I found the interior, works best, because with the exterior, I mean, if you can find a good way to hide it without it falling off when you drive, then props to you. But yeah, so I guess for ease of concealing the device, the AirTag definitely wins with this round. But it's just more of, the applications of the device is a little bit different versus the Carlock, so that's why they were able to make this nice and small just for tracking. However, this is more of a notification system, so if you want to get your vibration detection and anything like that, this would need a power source. But luckily with the extender cable, it does come very handy, so you can hide this and it doesn't look like there's a Carlock device in your OBD2 port. So with these two devices, this is where the similarities end. So basically, like I said, AirTag, great location tracking, and everybody has iPhones, so basically it will ping a signal to any iPhone that's in the area, and then once you open the Find My app, you can actually find the location of this AirTag. While this is actually, this uses a 3G network where no matter where you are, if you're even in the woods, if there's at least any hint of signal, you'll still find the location of this car. And of course, this has way more features. So most of the features are on the Carlock app itself. So with this, you do have a whole bunch of features, not just tracking your car. This is an alerting and notification system, which works in real time. So if you have any vibration on your car, so if someone, tries to break in your car, you'll get that detection. You'll get a notification if someone unplugs the device. You get a notification if someone starts your car and if someone drives off with it. So you have 4 levels of notification before it's too late to recover your car. So you have 4 levels of different notifications you can have. You have a monitoring mode, which is great, so you can monitor if someone's going over the speed limit, hard braking or acceleration. You have a virtual mechanic, which basically all it is just tracks the battery health of your car, which is great, especially if you have a lot of external mods that drain the battery, like let's for say underglow or interior lights or anything like that that runs off the battery. This is a great battery monitoring, and of course the GPS tracking, which is pretty similar to the AirTag. So I'm just going to show you the app on the Carlock, and then I'm going to describe the pros and cons of the tracking. So let's go ahead and get into it. All right, so with the app itself, here's the app, and currently this is the location. I'm currently in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, pretty near Street Speed 717, but I do live pretty ways away from here, but decided to stop by, enjoy the scenery, enjoy a nice drive in my car. But yeah, here it is, and this is how you actually engage the Carlock or not. If you just engage it, and it's engaged. If you unlock it, then it doesn't engage. And the reason I always do this is because when entering the car, starting the engine, you always get these notification alerts, and no matter if you put the phone on do not disturb, the notifications will always come through, which is also customizable through the iPhone settings. But the great thing about that is the only notification that will come in the middle of the night is just this, which obviously is what I want. Great thing about the app is you can precisely tell where your car is parked and which orientation. I mean, my car is parked pretty crooked in this garage and it shows it right here. So really accurate, and if you ever want to actually go and navigate to your car, it tells you the actual GPS coordinates that you can copy, and if you copy and paste that into Google Maps and Waze, it'll take you to the exact location. Pretty intuitive, just like the Apple AirTag, except the AirTag, once you get in the vicinity, it does give you the turn-by-turn direction. So once you get near your AirTag, then it tells you how many feet away, and it has an arrow to guide you. But that the Carlock doesn't have that, but it has the exact GPS coordinates. So definitely still pretty good. And not only you have your tracking, you do have your car log. So this is the car log for the month of how many miles you've driven, the time, how many trips you've driven. I didn't drive this too much this month, mostly because it was cold and I'm working remote. So no, not an opportunity to drive it. Even my top speed is 83, which is abysmal, right, for something like this. So yeah, it tells you a nice little summary. Your driving score, of course, not too great with the hard acceleration that I've been doing. And then, of course, it tells you the top speed and the average speed for the month. You know, I've been doing a good amount of city driving. And it tells you the signal of the device. And of course, this runs off of the 3G network. So currently it tells you it has 2 bars, and then the battery voltage. And of course, the Carlock. This is the best thing about it. It tells you all your trips. And of course, this is blurred out right now because it tells you all my locations, but it tells you all your trips from point A to point B, how long each trip was, the duration of it. And this is great for if you're doing you know, any Uber Eats, or you know, if you're self-employed, if you're doing a lot of driving and you want to track that for your, you know, your end of your year taxes. This is a great app. So not only it's a great notification and tracking system, it is a great data logging app. So no, definitely one of my favorite features. And I'm zooming in here. It also tells you each status of what the Carlock device is doing between your trips. So for example, on the 5th of November, the vehicle moved, vibration detected, engine started. And then another great thing is the scheduler. So like I said, every time you start your car, every time you open your door, close it, you know, drive off, you always get a notification on your phone, which gets annoying. A great thing about the scheduler is if I'm driving during a certain period of the day, so like from, let's say from noon to 1, I always drive to McDonald's or something, I would set the scheduler to disable or disengage the device, so I'm not annoyed with the notification alarm. And of course, you know, it saves me some time without, you know, going to the app and disengaging. But there is another device. It is an external device. It's called the Carlock Tag, which I may get. So basically, Carlock Tag is a separate device, and basically what it does, it is always searching for a Bluetooth signal, and once it connects with your phone, it knows it's you. It's never going to notify you that your car started, or you know, there's vibration detected, because it knows that you're near the car and you're most likely the one that's going to drive off. I would love to see for like a Carlock 2.0 if they were to basically integrate the Carlock Tag and the actual Carlock device into one device, which would be pretty cool. But you know, that would be for a future iteration. This is a nice workaround to basically not have those notifications all the time, especially if you're the one that's opening the door, starting the engine, and driving off. And of course, there's a whole bunch of settings here where you can get call, SMS notifications, and then you can also get notifications enabled or disabled. And the cool thing about this app, very little, but you know, I just love it, is like you can customize the color of the UI. You know, being a computer science major and a big nerd into UI UX stuff, you know, actually changing the whole theme of the UI is pretty awesome. So I guess since it was originally on red, I'm just gonna change it to blue. But yeah, a lot of your features are in the app, that you can record your mileage, log your mileage, log your trips, as well as, you know, this is where you would get all the notifications for your car. And this is what separates the AIRTAG from the Carlock. Now that I told you the features of each of these devices, now time for me to tell you what you should get if you can't get both, which I highly recommend getting both, which I do have right now. But if you can't get both, you just got to get one. Here are the pros and cons of each, and let's go ahead and get started. So start out with the contender, the AIRTAG. So the great thing about this device, it is the cheaper out of the two. I wanted to interrupt our regularly scheduled programming and just wanted to give you an update that actually the Carlock is $30. So starting Black Friday, which is today, November 26th at the time of this recording, all the way to the end of Cyber Monday, the Carlock is going to be $30 off. So the main selling point of the AIRTAG was it being $20 cheaper than the Carlock, but I think you may know what the winner is. But if you want to stay tuned to the end of the video, watch who the winner is. But just wanted to let y'all know that the Carlock is actually $30. If you want to grab yours, link in the description below where you can grab yours. Make sure you grab yours before the end of Cyber Monday. So back to our regularly scheduled programming. Out of the two, so this is a $30 device, and if you can get the 4-pack it's going to be even cheaper for you, and then you can share some with your friends. Or if you got 4 cars, good for you. You can use this to actually help you recover each one of them if they were to get stolen. But the main, I guess, downfall, I wouldn't say downfall, I guess I would say that the main con of this is that this is just a passive type of device, meaning that this won't notify you if your car is getting broken into or if someone dented it or whatever. I mean, this is just purely a device to recover your lost items, and this is not even made for cars. This is more made for your keys, wallets, and such. But I mean, this also has an application to your car, and I would say, for 30 bucks, if that's all you need to have a way to recover your car back if it gets stolen, this is definitely a great device. And of course, no subscription payments or anything like that, but that's where the features and very great device to find your items or car or whatever. Or if you're to sell your car or you don't need a car anymore, you can just still get the AirTag, put on your keys or your wallet. So this is a multi-use purpose, and of course it doesn't need a power source. But the only main things going for is the price, and of course the ability to recover your car. Of course, the whole integration with Apple, pretty easy, and you get the turn-by-turn directions once you are in the vicinity of the AirTag. Next, for the Carlock, this has a whole load more features versus the AirTag. Of course, this is made for one specific purpose, which is tracking and notifying your car. But this is a little bit more of an expensive device. Carlock is definitely doing some nice discounts around the Black Friday time, so stay tuned for that. $50 device that'll help you protect your 50,000, 60,000, 70,000 car. And this fits on all car models from 96 and up. And of course, one of the main, I guess, cons is, of course, it is a OBD2 device. So of course, if you had a classic car, like a nice 1969 Charger, this won't work. That's the one downfall. Can't be compatible with older cars than 96, I believe. But any cars after 96, whole boatload of cars this is compatible for. And of course, you have all of your features. You have, I'll be redundant and mention them again, all your notification tracking and car logging features, which is great. And of course, it's a $50 device plus a subscription. So, the subscription is less than a cup of coffee a month. I know us youngins always get a couple cups of coffee a week from Starbucks, Dunkin', or whatever. So why not get one less cup of coffee so you can go ahead and actually turn on the Carlock device and protect your car and your asset. All right, so final verdict, what you should get. These are two completely different devices, and ultimately the answer is it's up to you. If you want just purely a recoverable device for just in case if someone steals your car. Some of the use cases to get an AirTag over a Carlock is, of course, if you live and park your car in a garage, you won't need your AirTag. But of course, once you drive out or anything like that, then you may need the notification alerting system. But if you barely drive your car and if you lock it in your garage, or you live in a really, really nice neighborhood, gated community, or anything like that, get the AirTag. But I would say for most of us, I would shell out the extra, little bit of the extra money to get the Carlock, so you can be notified of a lot of the activities that are going on with your car. So to me, the clear winner is the Carlock because of the multitude of features. Both of them have the tracking of your car, but the Carlock has a whole bunch more with your data logging, notification systems, which is the main selling point. Yeah, y'all. Carlock, definitely one of the best devices out there, and this is probably one of the cheaper devices. The next step up is getting like a Viper alarm system, which is $300-400 after installing it. So yeah, y'all. So that's my verdict. Let me know what y'all think. Like, if you can get both of these, perfect. But if you were to choose one, I would say Carlock, hands down. So yeah, y'all. I appreciate everybody for watching. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. I'll catch y'all later.